We are going to gin up. We are going to bring forth more conflict and more sensationalism because we want you to continue watching us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when the news doesn't necessarily warrant that type of behavior.
The Australian mass media does not promote a fair image of Australian teachers, particularly when compared to other countries. The media representation across 5 countries, including Bangladesh, Oman, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, and Australia, all were found to portray teachers' negative attributes. There were multiple references to the negative behaviour carried out by Australian teachers, such as teachers who helped their students cheat on national standard testing, unprofessional behaviour, and teacher misconduct. However, the research highlighted that while the 4 other countries report on some positive aspects of teachers, Australia did not. This has created a hostile environment for teachers where they can face criticism for doing their job regardless of their capability to do so.
Okay, can you just copy this down to your notebooks and then later do an exercise for homework?
Sir, where is photosynthesis seen in the world?
Jill, I don't think we have time for this. We have enough to get through with the syllabus as it is. If you want to know, you can look into this in your own time.
One consequence of our neoliberal society for teachers is that mass media focuses on school results. Teachers want to achieve success in standardised testing so that their school can receive positive recognition in media. This has resulted in teachers following the curriculum to such a degree that there is very little time for students to be taught the finer details of these topics or broader life skills like how to contribute to society.
Who's doing the effects of the runoff of the floods on the Barrier Reef? You know? And I realized what was missing. Even though our test scores were coming up first wave, it was like a burger with no patty. There was no protein in the mix. We weren't teaching any substantive field knowledge and content.
The Gonski Review highlighted the vast inequity in the Australian education system. While the Gillard government's implementation of a national curriculum could have raised the quality of education for all Australian students to ensure that every student learnt the same content, it instead provided opportunity for national testing. This testing could have been used to highlight which schools and students require additional learning support, but instead it has been used by the media to provide increased pressure to teachers.
So Barbara, where have you decided to send young Johnny to school?
Well, look, I was going to send him to the public school just down the road, nice and close. All his friends are going. But after seeing the NAPLAN results published on my school, no way. Did you see how badly that school went?
Oh yes, I read about that public school. There is no way I would send young Stanley there. It's absolutely awful. The teachers are not up to scratch.
I am just so glad that my school could show me how schools are performing and which schools are better than others.
Yeah, Gillard really knew what she was doing when she gave us my schools. I feel like I now know where to send my child.
Parents are so hungry for this information.
And he's not going to that public school.
I agree. I wish she was still in government.
It is not an appropriate tool of measure for school comparison, so no, we do not believe it should be used.
It doesn't actually say very much about the culture, ethos, quality teaching, etc., that really forms good education.
Information in the media provides stakeholders with confused and mixed messages that may be difficult for parents to decipher and may cause prejudice towards teachers.
My friend's daughter, who goes to the school down the road, they got all band 5.
This can create for teachers an environment of impossible expectations and lead to stress and anxiety, and thus result in educational disadvantage for students as teachers do not feel good about themselves.
I'm not my child's teacher. You are. I'm not going to teach my child. Terrible.
This is perhaps why 47% of people who have a teaching degree are currently not working within the profession. The Australian mass media is normalising the population to this understanding of teachers and education, where test results are a reflection on the ability of the teachers. Thus, it is evident from our examples that the Australian mass media does not promote a fair image of today's teachers.